Okay, in this video, as with most of the videos that's coming in the next couple of weeks, I want to compare Jesus to Muhammad, because one of the biggest lies that is being put out there at the moment is that Allah is the same God to both Jesus and Muhammad, and that Jesus and Muhammad would agree probably on the same estology or theology, and well, this just isn't true, and I want to point out why. Now, one of the main tenets of Christianity is that our Lord Jesus, born of the Virgin, and that's something I'll go into at some later date as well. Mary, whatever her age, was not made love to, as it were, by God. She was overshadowed by God's power and became pregnant supernaturally. She was, before and after, a virgin. So Jesus was born from a virgin birth. That's the first thing. Now, according to many Muslims, Jesus was not in fact crucified on the cross. Instead, Allah is supposed to have cast a likeness of Jesus on Judas, whom the Jews then crucified. They reached this conclusion from the following surah, and I'll read it, so bear with me. That they won't boast. We killed Jesus Christ, the son of Mary, the apostle of God. But they killed him not, nor crucified him. But so it was made to appear to them, and those who differ therein are full of doubts, with no certain knowledge, but only conjecture to follow. For of a surety they killed him not. Nay, God raised him up unto himself, and God is exalted in power and wise. That is from Surah 157 to 158. Now, Muhammad would have been aware in those times that Christians believed that Christ had been crucified, bearing God's judgment on man's sin. However, he chose to believe an apocryphal, or I think some people call it a Gnostic book, called the Acts of John, which denies the Christian doctrine of salvation. No Christian accepts the Acts of John as part of the Bible. I mean, this is why it was thrown out. The people that compiled the Bible weren't just a bunch of killjoys. They were deeply religious people who wanted the truth and not a lot of hearsay and lies. So, sadly, one of these books got into the hands of Muhammad. And in this Act of John, it makes Jesus say to John, "Unto the multitudes in Jerusalem, I am being crucified and pierced with lances." I've got to read this, I'm afraid. "And gall and vinegar is being given to me to drink. But now I speak unto you, neither am I he who is on the cross, whom thou now seest, but only hearest the voice. I was reckoned to be that which I am not, not being what I am to others. Nothing therefore of the things which they say of me have I suffered." That's quoted by Sweetman, Islam and Christianity, pages 97, 99 and 101. The Acts of John, from where Muhammad gained most of his information, states that Jesus wasn't crucified. He remained in Jerusalem and spoke to John. However, this doesn't suit Muhammad, so he states that Allah took Jesus to heaven. But in light of all this, there's an important point to consider, and I can't make this more clear. it's totally illogical that whilst Muslims are encouraged not to trust any man who claimed to be a deceiver, they choose to believe in Allah, who is deceiving. According to the Quran, he's a self-confessed deceiver. Nothing could be more certain than the man who the Jews crucified as Jesus is the same man they arrested in the gardens of Gethsemane. Jesus, when I was arrested in the garden, this man said, Judas, are you betraying the Son of Man with a kiss? And that is Luke 22:48. Second, to those who were sent to arrest him, he said, every day I was with you in the temple courts, and you didn't lay a hand on me. But this is your hour where darkness reigns. Luke 22:53. Number 3, Peter wanted to defend Jesus and cut off the right ear of Malchus, the servant to the high priest. Jesus healed him, saying to Peter, put your sword back in its place. For all who draw the sword will die by the sword. Do you think I cannot call on my Father, and he will at once put at my disposal more than 12 legions of angels? But how then would the scriptures be fulfilled to say that this must happen? If Malchus had not been healed by Jesus, the gospel records would certainly have been contradicted, but it never was. My English Bulldog Cup. At the end of the trial, this is the 4th point, this man before the Sanhedrin, that's the leader of the Jewish people, stood up and spoke against him with the words, we heard him say, I will destroy this man-made temple in 3 days and build another, not made by man. Well, Jesus didn't deny this, because the temple Jesus was building, of course, was his own body. And the high priest said to him, are you Christ, the Son of the Blessed One? I am, said Jesus. Now, people skip over the term I am. I am is a very, very important term that God used to describe himself when asked, I believe, by Abraham what to call him. He said, I am who I am. That's what God calls himself. The I am. So when Jesus said, I am, said Jesus, he was more than just confirming the high priest Caiaphas' statement. He was going much further. And Jesus said, you'll see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of the Mighty One coming in on the clouds of heaven. That's in Mark chapter 14 verses 61 and 62. And then Pontius Pilate said, you're a king then? Jesus replied, you are right in saying I am a king. In fact, for this reason I was born, and for this I came into the world to testify to everyone the truth. Everyone on the side of truth listens to me. On the cross, this man prayed for those who had crucified him. Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they're doing. Now, logically, come on. Let's be honest about this. If this person was another man in the likeness of Jesus, wouldn't he be shouting, oh my goodness gracious me, I'm innocent, I'm not him, I'm not Jews, get me down off here, you silly buggers. He wouldn't be saying, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they're doing. No, he would have been crying out that they were crucifying the wrong person. Yes, you would admit. And the usual way in which the Jews would execute the death penalty would be by stoning. This was impossible since that they were under Roman law, which it just simply wouldn't allow this. It wouldn't allow stoning. In fact, the Jews, could kill a goat or a chicken. They wouldn't be allowed to kill another man. That could only be done by Romans under Roman law. Therefore, the scriptures in the Old Testament that stated that Jesus would be crucified, Psalms 22, Zechariah 12:10, revealed that the Jewish nation will be under the dominion of Rome 1,000 years before it took place. When the believing thief said to this man, "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom," this man answered, "To tell you the truth, today you will be with me in paradise." That's Luke 22, verse 43 and 42. Now, any man suddenly finding himself in a position certainly wouldn't be willing or even capable of reaching out to others. He'd be shouting for the justice on going through such great mental turmoil. It wouldn't be comforting a thief next to him. It's totally illogical to believe that another man was crucified in the place of Jesus. Thank you.